It's the shower curtain talks. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm so freaking excited. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to all of my 8 subscribers. Y'all, it's me. It's me. It's Tiffany Lee. Okay, I'm getting corny, but it's okay. Y'all, I'm so excited to be on YouTube now. I have been on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, and all the other places. And so many of you have not been able to interact with me to see my face. But y'all, this is me. It's me, Tiffany, and I am so excited. Thank you to my 8 subscribers. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are the big ones, okay? Y'all are the day ones. The people with millions and millions of followers had to start out with one. And so I am eternally grateful. Y'all, for y'all that are just now meeting me, the title Shower Curtain Talks comes from the intimate conversations I used to have with my mom while she sat on the toilet playing her Game Boy. That's how we bonded. Don't judge our love. That's what we did. And it seemed like during those times I would sit on top of the sink in the bathroom and just talk to her. And I could say anything without judgment. Maybe because she was in such a vulnerable state. I don't know. Whatever it is, it worked. And that's where I got it from. The intimate conversations I had with my mom. And so this podcast is not just to talk about God. It's not just to talk about dating. It's not just to talk about heartbreak. It's just not to talk about mental health. It's just not to talk about fitness and lifestyle. It's to talk about anything at all. So y'all, welcome. I'm just so excited. And to those that are still listening on Apple and all the other places, I thank you so much. And I love y'all. So anyway, I want to talk about Rula on TikTok, Rula. It's a young man who is in the closet. Not like that, but he's in the closet venting, and he's talking about the things that go through your mind that you really want to say to people. The one that is my favorite is when he was yelling at who I think are kids. I in my mind it's a classroom, because he says the reason why you act like that because ain't nobody whooped you in a while. And I'm like, yes, he's saying the things. That's what I've been wanting to say. And so he does all kind of things. He's like, so you asked me for advice, but you're not going to take it. This young man has the internet, TikTok specifically, by a chokehold. If you scroll on my channel, there's only 2 videos there. You will see my tribute to him, me in the closet venting about something in my best Rula imitation. So much success to that brother. I want to also mention Martha. Y'all, have y'all seen Martha on Netflix? Y'all, y'all. First of all, I want to be her friend. I want to hang out with her. Like, I want to make scones. I don't even think I know what a scone is. I know what a biscuit is. I know what a croissant is. Listen, Martha, how can we be friends? Like this lady, she is a beast, and she has reinvented herself in her older years. And I remember watching her 20 years ago, when I had my first child. I was watch her, Martha Stewart, at home, and she would be making crafts and making pies. I even made her sour cream pound cake. It was the bomb. And so to get up close with her was a trip. Let me tell you, Martha said her husband was a butthole, and she was like, word of advice, if your husband is a butthole, say what he is and leave him. And the interviewer was like, didn't you cheat on him? And my girl said, no. Well, yeah, but he don't know about that. He didn't break up the marriage. I'm like, girl, because she was mad at him for having so many girlfriends. But my girl literally confessed to cheating first. Literally on her honeymoon was making out with a stranger in the church. She said she was not so moved. Now I done been in church. I done been in church. And I ain't never had the spirit just overwhelm me to such an extent that I start making out with a stranger. Literally, that's what she said on her honeymoon while she was in Europe. The girl is a beast, but then talked about her husband like she didn't do nothing. Oh, that was so female. So female, Martha. Martha, you gotta be the coolest geriatric white lady ever. And I want to be your friend. I will make a scone. I will figure it out. I will figure it out. I don't know what we got to do to be friends, but Martha is crazy. Also, I think that she went to jail for nothing. Let's talk about it because Martha was told that hey, this is not. It was a drug she had invested in, and she said she found out that FDA didn't approve it. So say hey, drop her stockbroker person was like drop it. She was like okay, drop it. She was on her way on vacation. She said okay, drop it. She got on a plane, enjoyed her vacation. 6 months later, she's being accused of something. And it's like, no, she was told she was finna lose money, so she didn't want to lose money, so she pulled out. I don't see the problem. I still don't see the problem. Like if somebody say, hey, you're gonna lose $20 tomorrow if you don't move it to a safe place, I'm gonna move my $20. I don't understand. And my girl went to jail. Listen, my girl went to jail. And I don't know. For some reason, her jail looked like a nice apartment I wouldn't mind renting. I mean, they all wore the same outfits, but it wasn't orange. You know, it was beige. Her hair stayed calm. You know, nobody tried to get her. You know that nobody tried to get Martha. Martha in the prison making gardens and scones. Martha was well protected. And I can bet my bottom dollar that whoever had Martha's back while she was in there, they her ace right now. Okay, right now they on payroll doing something. They doing something. But y'all watch that on Netflix. Martha crazy, and I like her. I like her. I want to talk about this Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. Y'all recover yet? Because I'm still a little sleepy. First of all, let's just go and put this out here. I'm over 40. I know I look good. Anyway, I'm over 40. And for me to stay up past 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock is like I have pushed the limits. 10:30, girl, you asking for it. I literally waited for this fight, dozing, tossing back and forth. And I'm like, what in the world? All to get to the fight. First of all, let's talk about Mike. Before we get to the fight, he done sat up and showed us his whole end. Now, let me say this. Let me say this. Mike has taken care of his end. Okay? The physique was physiquing. He walking around in his jock strap and the wide camera angle. Netflix don't have a delay, clearly. But baby, I started yelling, cameraman, what's happening? I wasn't mad at the shot though. I was mad. He also did an interview with a little girl that was a little wild. The little girl looked like she was about 11, and she asked about what legacy, do you hope to leave behind? And he was like, don't nobody care about no legacy. All I'm gonna do is die, and I'm gonna be dust, and it's gonna be over, and I don't care. The baby was like, that's interesting. Let me shout out to her for keeping it professional. Like, Mike, you talking to a kid. Can we lighten it up a little bit? I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Like Mike said, screw that. What my die is over. Don't care about no legacy. That was made up by people. That literally, that's what he said. But hands down, the best fight of the night was Taylor and Serrano. Oh my God. I hope I said her last name right. Taylor and Serrano, the girl fight. The girl fight was a beast. That was worth it. Listen, they could have shut the whole thing down after that fight right there. Because let me tell you something. I was like, dang, my girl. First of all, shout out to both fighters. Really, really good, hard work. But Taylor, you was leading with your head, man. You kept leading with your head because Seriano had her the first 3 to 4 rounds, and then she started with the head. Well, at some point, she went in with that head button, and it cut the top of her eye instantly, and that cut over her eye just kept growing. Like my girl's eyelid was down almost. Like she wanted to keep fighting. And they were stuffing it with Vaseline and stuffing it. And Taylor just kept coming at her with the head. Just the head. I would like to see them have a rematch, but they gotta do something about Taylor in that head button. But she only lost 1 point. But she had already headbutted her over 20 times, well over 20 times before ref was like, that's -1 point. And I'm like, dude, we need to call this fight. My girl needed stitches. And I need to look up how many stitches my girl needed because, oh my God. It was gruesome. That eyelid just kept tearing and it was half closed. Like it was like detached from her. Now shout out to whoever did Soriano's eyebrows because them arches stayed arched. Okay, she got cut under it, so I could really pay attention to her arches. So whoever did her eyebrows, they stayed on. They stayed on. Those were nice. They were nice right there. But that I was like, oh, please stop the fight, y'all. Please stop the fight. This too much. This too much. But and I think it was decision or scorecard by 1 point or whatever. That has to be a rematch. But I need them to push to do their fights by 8 o'clock because the struggle was real for your girl. All right. I got on the tick of the top and I was talking about how hard it was to stay awake. And the millennials was struggling. They were struggling hard. Those in their mid-20s, they were struggling hard. Y'all, we got to bring that time back. If you're going to have 4 fights, then y'all need to start them fights at 6 p. 6 p Central. They need to start these fights because we over here tired. And a lot of people fell asleep. They said they fell asleep, but Netflix asked, are you still there? So yeah, we need to we need to get those times pushed. Yeah, yeah. But y'all, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me for the first YouTube. I appreciate it. For those that are listening, shout out to you. I appreciate all the support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. What am I gonna do next time? I have no idea, but I'm sure I'm gonna have a guest. Until next time, and see you later.